You guys are coming in bright and early as usual. I'm seeing folks are coming in earlier and earlier, which I really respect, and I like that because you guys are getting a great start to the day. Hope you guys had a good time yesterday working with the tools, getting out of the classroom, getting some hands-on work. I think that was great.
I'm Mike Daly. I'm the chief of the probation department, and this is Jeff Versey. A lot of you guys know him. He's a supervisor, and Don's a assistant supervisor. And I was just really impressed how you guys have all showed. We started at 7:30. It's right at 7:30, and a lot of you guys were here at 7:15 when I came in. You know, I shook hands with Andre, and I was going to talk about some skills here, about other things. I'm an employer. I hire people, and so when I hire people, I look for social skills too. I want to see. I know you guys are going to get taught of what to do out here, but the bigger thing is, how can you get along with each other? And how can you get along with somebody else telling you what to do? That's really, really important. And so I shook hands with Andre. He looked me right in the eye. I said, "Good morning." I said, "Good morning." And it was good. I got a good feel from that. I'm telling you, that's a lot of it too. So just keep that in mind. The second thing I wanted to say is, I grew up in Marin, and I've been here. I went to Drake High School. I've been here. I'm going to be 50 this year. So I've spent a lot of years in here, and I've 25 years in with the probation department. And there were times in the probation department where it was cool. Oh yeah, I got this guy, I locked him up, and I went out there and arrested him myself. And well, big deal to me, catching people doing something wrong, and people are already having trouble in their lives. I mean, come on, that's not that hard. What I have told people, and if you walked in our lobby, I know some of you guys are on probation, if you walk in our lobby, you see all those pictures up there, that's called the wall of change. I'm more impressed with a person who can come into our office and say, yeah, I've been convicted of this, I got this issue, this issue, can you help me with this? I'm training my officers to say, I used to use the word, I am very well connected here in Marin. If you work with me, I'll get you off probation, and I'll do everything in my power to help you out. That's the mantra. Okay? So leading into here, this is where Andrew and some other folks, there was a $10,000 grant that came down, and Andrew said, we're a little short. Can we have another $10,000, Mike? And I said, okay, but I want some people on probation in there too. And so I believe in you guys. I want to give you guys this opportunity to succeed. This ain't Jack in the Box. This is the real deal. This is a good job. We have, I think Jakari's going to be coming in at some point. Jakari's proof, and there's some other people that Don and Jeff are going to be able to talk to you about of what they've done. These guys are on the streets. A lot of you guys know these guys. And so my big plan is that if you guys are successful, and Andrew's already had some success with this whole program, if we have this whole table and Andrew comes back to me and goes, they all graduated, and let's just say there's 15 of us here, let's just say 13 out of 15 got jobs, and if they're not currently working, they're on a waiting list to be called for work. And while they're waiting, they're getting their certificates in other areas of expertise. That, to me, that means more funding. And that means you guys come back and be guest speakers, and you guys are talking to the new folks in here who are trying to get jobs. And so I'm just going to say it. I'm counting on you guys. I'm counting on you guys. Last thing I'm gonna end with, and I'll let Don and Jeff go. When it gets hard to get up, I quit. Or I had a bad day yesterday, I don't like the way Andrew's talking to me, or the boss, or whatever, or I don't like this guy in here, he's bothering me. Don't quit. Fight through it. Fight through it personally, not dukes up. Fight through it, you guys. Do not quit. Do not quit on yourselves. Make this something that we can all be proud of, and that we can go forward. All right? Very nice talking to you.
It was funny because once we sent him and then a couple other cats, when they actually started working, then people started coming up and saying, hey, how did you make that happen? How did you make that happen? And we started making folks jumping through some hoops, and we sent a couple more, and not just in Marin City, kind of Marin County wide. And I don't know how many to date we've sent, but we've sent a handful. You know, we actually developed a nice little relationship with the director down there and said, hey, I got this application, let's push it through. He worked with us to send a bunch of folks through. And so it's been nice over the years to have so many people. But I've kind of taken away one of the opportunities that I wanted to come today is just come and see what you guys are doing here, but also to let you know that this is just the start. You know, this is such a good opportunity if you can graduate here and get you in the door, but don't just settle for that. You know, take it to the next level, because I don't know that I've had many folks go back up to San Ramon and go and get all those other 1,000 certificates that they can get so they can make more money and have a better job. So use this as a starting point, but take it serious because it is a real job. I remember when I worked at Procter & Gamble and I worked through a temp service, and I think I was making like $5 an hour or $4 something an hour, and my supervisor through the temp was a drunk, and most everybody on my crew was kind of a convict. I was like the only non-convict, and I was one of the only ones that could speak English. So the temp director came up and said, hey, can you cover for the supervisor until we find a new supervisor? I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And before I knew it, I was not only the temp supervisor, I became the permanent supervisor for the temp company. But I did such a good job that it led one day me leaving the plant, and the plant manager came up to me and says, hey, we've been on a hiring freeze for 5 years. I want you to apply. I want you to be the first one we hire. And I said, oh, okay, whatever, you know. But I applied, and I was the first one that they hired after 5 years. And the reason I'm telling you that story is while I was a temp supervisor, I went and got all my OSHA certificates. I went and got every single thing that actually led to something bigger that I didn't even know about, and I was the first one hired through Procter & Gamble. And that's kind of the same thing here, is that this is the starting point for a lot of good stuff to come in the future if you take advantage of it and not just settle.
So when Don talks about jumping through hoops and things like that, he and I both started at the juvenile hall, and even though you guys are somewhat younger than what we started with, a lot of the guys that are sitting out and working right now with the union are guys that we grew up with when they were in juvenile hall. And when I say grow up with them, is when I was working there, they were coming in as kids. And there's one thing that I noticed every time is these same guys always came back. They always came back. And sometimes they were not very serious situations, but they did continuously come back. When we finally cycled out in the street as deputy probation officers, we got assigned the same guys. So what do we want to do with, we want to progressively try to help everybody get out of this system. And it is not just me doing the work, it's you guys doing the work too. And part of that is when Don says jumping through hoops, going back to that, we have to beg, borrow, and steal back in the day to try to get guys into the apprenticeship program because there wasn't funding. There was no funding for us to do it. So we had to figure out sources of trying to get it. On top of that, I don't know if you guys can identify with it, but some of you guys realize when something happens, they take your license away from you. Now we have that restriction we have to try to work with. And of course, in order to do the program, there's requirements. So we'll make things happen for you if you can make things happen for us. So I'll go to the court and I'll try to get you that temporary license so we can at least show that you have a license. And then we'll try to figure out other resources like Felicia, Homer, and Milton, and anybody else we can use to try to get you cars, get you down to DMV to get your stuff taken care of. This is all a process because you know what? We were never out to get you, we were out to help you. Now the situation here is you're at the table and I can't do the paperwork for you and I can't do the chiseling in the backyard. This is the part where you guys gotta say, you know what? This is my part in it. And after this is over, the thing with probation is gonna be a thing of the past because you're gonna end up, if you take this in full stride, just like those flaggers down on the street that I know by name personally and known from history, you'll be one of those people too. Your PO will be willing to drive them by and you'll be like this because it'll be like, hey, thumbs up, we're still doing the same gig. It's a good one. This is a really good one. Okay, so you got, every time I see guys at this table, every time Don and I went to San Ramon, I got excited. It was like, yeah, let's go see our guys. Let's see where they are in the class. Let's see what they're gonna get. And as soon as I get the phone call, hey man, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired, but I just got a call to go to Calistoga. It's my first job. I'm like, game on, man. we'd roll out to these sites, even if they're out of county, just to see how the guys are doing. Not because we think we're gonna check you and catch you and all that. It was because it was exciting to say, hey man, that's my guy right there. Remember that guy from juvenile hall? Shoot, look at him now. And that's exactly what I wanted to see for each one of you guys too. And I'm now a supervisor in a field unit, but the connection's still here. I'm not, just because I'm a supervisor doesn't mean I'm beyond it. I'm in it. So, I mean, I handed out a card already today to one guy. But the idea is the telephone's always open. If there's interest, if there's something you guys want, you let us know. And we're gonna try to make it happen. Because remember, we're gonna break that cycle. If it was back in juvenile hall, we could have made those changes. I would have done it back then. But you know what? We can make those changes now. And you guys, people are watching you. Not only your people at the table, but the people on the street are watching you guys to see what happens with you. Because back then, like Dawn said, these guys ain't gonna hook you guys up, man. They're BSing you. Well, guess what? Those guys are still working, and the guys who are saying that were calling us. Hey, man, think you hook me up too? Sure, we can try to do that. We can try to do that.
One of our star people who went through that just walked in the building right here. And Kari, why don't you come on in here? I had to get you on the car because I know you're working. I don't want to get you to Boston. Congratulations,
Thank you. Like just said, I'm the Calistoga guy. That was my first job. You know, you guys will have to travel, and you will need vehicles. I started off with a suspended license, and I went to get my temporary license. That's how I started. These two guys and Felicia, I'll tell you, they saved my life. They saved my life. I love what I do. It's gonna be hard work. Like, look at my hands, I got blisters all on them, but you will love it. Monday through Thursday. On Friday, you're gonna forget what happened Monday through Thursday once you get the check. And trust and believe me, you will forget what happened Monday through Thursday, every Friday. And it's gonna be, a lot of you guys are gonna make it. All you guys are gonna make it, I can tell, because benefits, you guys got children. I know you like nice clothes, and Tino like nice clothes. Y'all will be able to get that for your kids and for whoever else. And I take care of all my brothers and sisters when I can. I got 12 of them, so when I can, I'm always handing out money to them, keep them out of trouble. And it's gonna be hard work sometimes. Some days will be easy, some days will be hard. Like right now, I got an easy day. I'm just flagging all day, which is easy to me. Hard to some, but easy to me. I personally like doing harder stuff. I'm the shovel man. I like to shovel a lot, dig holes. Like yesterday, I dug 2 4-foot holes, and without no machine, I really don't. I work with the machine guys a lot, but I like to do manual labor a lot. So, but all you guys are gonna make it. You know, Skip been asking me for a while. He comes to my house all the time, ask questions. Lamont all the time. Andre. All the time. I was just talking to Andre the other day. Tino been asking me for years about it, so I know a lot of you guys, y'all gonna like it. It's my cousin right here. I know he gonna like it because he like money. So, and
DeCurry, could you tell them about when you went back and got the extra certificate so you
Oh,
could
yeah.
work on different equipment?
oh, that's nothing. You guys are lucky. When I started, we had to do 2 classes. Go back, we had to do a 3-week class, and then go back and do a 2-week class. So I guess they crunched it all in one now. So you guys are lucky you can do it here too. I had to go to San Ramon all the time. What I did was I did my first 3-week apprentice initial, and then with that we did a lot of like the basic, the concrete and stuff. And then when I went back like a year later, 2 years later, about 2 years later. I've been doing it for 4 years now. So I went back about 2 years later, and I got my the rest of my certificates. But as I see, you guys are going to get all your certificates in one, so that's a good thing. So that means you will be able to go back to do other things, take the rest of the classes that you will need to take. I still believe they after you do all your apprentice classes, you will need to go back before you journey out to take any 1-week course. Am I still right about that?
I do 3 and 3 now.
3 and 3 now. Okay, so you just do the 3 and 3 now, but I plan to go back and take every class they offer. That's always been my plan. Some people will have downtime in the winter. Me personally, I only had 1 winter off, so I'm lucky. I just call myself lucky. And I'm gonna tell you guys, don't get discouraged. It's gonna be jobs which just last 1 day, 2 days. You might be, the longest time I stayed on the out of work list was 6 months. Just pay your union dues. You gotta pay your dues. You have to, whether you work or not. You gotta pay your dues. And just go out and work. And you'll be well noticed. Like I'm well noticed, known through the union hall out here. You know, they know I'll go anywhere. I'm San Jose every day for about 6 months. I did the Calistoga. We paid from Calistoga to Middletown. Night shift. I did that for about 5-6 months. So this is how my schedule had went when I did that. I would leave home at 1 o'clock to be there by 4, and I would get home at 6 in the morning and go to sleep and wake up by 12 and do it all over again. Sometimes you will have no time to do anything else but the weekends, but that's what the weekends are for. Me personally, my favorite job was when we was working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. That was just me personally, because I like my money. So I like my money, and that's basically I just like to work. I just like to go to work every day and come home. And
I think you gotta be hungry though.
yeah, you gotta
want it.
You gotta want it.
Because if you show up and you think they owe you something,
Oh, yeah.
and you do a half decent job, they don't gotta keep you.
They don't. I've been told before, the union halls are full of people that want to work.
Yeah, that list.
That
is
list,
there for a reason.
there's gonna always be somebody on that list that will come out and work.
That's
So,
why I was saying in the beginning, that's why you guys need to separate yourself. Separate yourself, show up 15 minutes early like you guys all did today, come ready to go. Come ready, Jakari, I'll buy you gloves. That's the other thing we do, part of our program. I was visiting a guy in jail on Wednesday, and he goes, well, I heard you guys give out bus passes. I go, we do, to people who are doing well. And he goes, well, I need a bike. Come on, we've even bought people bikes before. So we want these little things. Oh, I need a tool belt. I need boots. I need, a bike. I need bus passes. Hey, I've been working for 6 months. I haven't taken my family out to the movies. Can I have 4 movie passes? We want to do that. Those are the little things that would keep you guys going to make you successful. And so those are, Jakari, you encapsulated everything. Everything here, this was the perfect speech. And so, we'll just end with this. I know Jakari's going back to work, and we do too. You guys, please persevere and separate yourself and show everybody that you guys can do this and you guys can actually be the best guys on the site.
Trust me, they will notice. They will notice. I'm in situations now where companies call back that I work for when I'm working now and want me to come out. The union hall, that list, you don't have to be number 1 on that list to go to work. If somebody call and be like, hey, I want Andre to come out, they're going to call you and tell you to come out. Or they will call and check and see, hey, are you working now? What's going on? I'm in situations like that all the time. Like a lot of y'all know, and I'm always at work. Always at work. I really never have no downtime off. If I do bid out workers 1-2 weeks, and you guys can advocate for yourselves, walk on jobs, and go be ready to work and talk to the boss. I've got jobs like that. You can do that.
Gotta be hungry.
Any questions, you guys?
That I have been, this has been one of the best projects I've worked on. All of you all know I work with children, but in a sense, this has been a pet project. When we started the Phoenix Project 5 years ago, it was to focus on our black males in the community, including Tyler. Alex Tyler. But anyway, I know after all these years. But when Jeff came to me, and we had started this relationship with the laborers union in San Ramon, and the whole thing was like, let's just get the focus on the ones on probation. And that's the beauty about being in the laborers union, is that sometimes if you haven't went to college or you have your GED, this is one of the best opportunities that you can increase your income. And when Jeff selected Jakari wanted to make a change in his life. He wanted to go things for the better for him. He wanted to be better for his family. And he set goals for himself. I still have a letter that he wrote to say, I'm gonna make this change. And then once he did that, the steps had started. And so, the whole drug testing, like, I'm not smoking marijuana no more, because, you can't do that. He agreed to do that. Just everything was just falling into place. And then our support helps with helping get your driver's license. if you got excessive fees, we can help you get those reduced so you can be in compliance. Whatever is other support with Homer and Larry and Daryl with the Phoenix project. So even though the office is not in the same place, we're just right around the corner. But we're still in the 200 lot. So it's just been a great success story. And I don't know if you all have seen Jakari on Channel 7, but it plays quite a bit. Cheryl Jennings is always featuring him of doing what it's like to change your life around. So,
Matter of fact, somebody just walked past me on the street that I didn't know and said that they just seen it on TV.
yeah, because he talked about how you've been in the juvenile system for so long, and I didn't realize you can get in it, and that's what the Phoenix Project does in working with the probation department and all our other partners, is helping you get out of that system so you can be, positive, strong black man as you are.
So guys, I would say take advantage of this opportunity. You see, we have a lot of support here, a lot of resources. We're bringing this program here to Marin City. This is for you all. Please be the best that you can and be an example for everybody else. You guys are bettering yourself. Take advantage of this, all right? Take advantage.
Let's stick with the work program. Jakari, thank you very much for coming in. And you guys.
Thank you guys for coming today to celebrate the graduation of our second cohort of our construction pre-apprenticeship program. I say second cohort because we started this program about a year ago in partnership with the Laborers Community Trust Fund, and then we sent folks over to the Sander Loan Facility to do training. We're excited to say that this was our first program here in Marin City on our grounds, and we're hoping this will be the first of many. And so I want to appreciate all of the participants who've been working really hard this past month. It's been pretty intense. We've been in rain, sunshine, heat, crazy fog, but folks have done really well. So before I begin and give out certificates of completion, I want to thank a few folks that have really made this possible. First off, I want to say thank you to our Marin City Community Development Corporation board members. We have a couple here in the building. They're coming here to show their support for you all, and without their guidance and leadership, we would not be able to make this possible. Other key members and key supporters of this program is one, the probation department, Marin County Probation. We have a couple representatives here who may know some of you all, but without some of the funding and support of this department, we would not be able to do this. These guys have been here to support the CDC and all of you all, and they're really here for your best interests. Next, I want to thank folks from the Marin Community Foundation. We were supposed to have a representative here. I guess she's running a little bit late, but the Marin Community Foundation was actually one of the first organizations to help us run this program. In the past, we had some ideas of training programs, but then they offered some funding to really make this work, and it's one of the main reasons why we're here. Another funder is the San Francisco Foundation, who's also helped a bit to support our program. Also, on the ground level, we have some great partners that help this program really be successful. One we have here is Homer Hall, who represents the Phoenix Project of Marin. Homer was key with some of our outreach, as well as bringing in resources and wraparound services to help a lot of the individuals here in the room. You know, things such as getting a driver's license, which is key for this profession. Also, maybe helping out with whatever court issues, making sure folks are clean so they pass the drug test so they can be involved with this industry. So I really want to say, give a special thank you to Homer Hall for all the work that he's done on the ground. I also want to thank the Marin City Community Services District, John Logan, for their support and their partnership in this program, as well as Park Point Marin, who has done some financial coaching workshops with everyone here, and will continue to work with folks with their budgeting, saving money, with their credit and debt repair, because you know, once you guys all start working, you guys will start making some good money, and it's important that you save this money. You know, they say save it for a rainy day. Well, in this industry, that's really true. That's really true. So I want you all to continue to work with these folks so you can better your financial situation and save money and start a family and do what you guys need to do to set yourself up great for the future.
Well, I represent the laborers union, and we come out and do the contact with the pre-apprenticeship programs. And I've been teaching since 1999. The state of California did not institute an apprenticeship program for laborers until 2001. So prior to that date, you just joined and either made it or didn't. The apprenticeship program allows people to come in with less skills and develop them at a rate because they work for a little less money. Naturally, the employers like it, but since you're getting less skilled people, you like paying a little less. This gives people a real opportunity to get into the trade. We're the only trade that I know of that absolutely controls the amount of apprentices. One of the gentlemen in my class here today, Jeremiah, phoned up the local down here, and they said they had 0 apprentices that are out of work. The reason for that is we control the amount we let in so that we only let those in that we can keep busy. And so we can train, and it works out well for you people, and it works out well for us. We have a ready supply of people that have a little bit of training, and they have an ability to get into some place where there's going to be immediate work, or immediate meaning a week, 2 weeks, something like that. In other words, you're not going to be just sitting waiting and hoping someday. So that, from our standpoint, it works out for both groups.
You know, what the guys have done this past month has been amazing. As you see on the ground, we have some things that are still here and will be here for a long time. Some of the things that they did also that may not be here, they've built a retaining wall. They've cemented walls. They did more of these plots out here. They really got some hands-on training, real life training with real life tools. So when they get out to the work site, now they are prepared for the work that they're going to be doing. It's not over yet. You know, next week we'll have interviews with administrators from the laborers union. So next week everyone is expected to come and starting Monday be prepared for these interviews. Right now, you know, we have we're from Local 261, which is a laborers union that covers San Francisco, Marin County, and the Peninsula for direct entry status with them. A couple folks in the group have ties and have lived or worked and have family maybe in the East Bay. So what we're going to do as well is try to open up that East Bay list too for potential participants. So for some reason, if this side of the bridge isn't your fancy, you may be able to get an opportunity over there in the East Bay. So we're trying to open up as many doors as possible for everyone. All right. So I feel all in all, this program has gone great. You know, each participant got about 160 hours of hands-on and classroom-based training, a total of over 1,900 hours of training, which we did here in Marin City. And you know, with this being our second cohort, you know, here in Marin City, the first one was so successful. I only see success for everyone here in this room. All right.